It's Thursday and it's actually laminate flooring day. So I'm gonna go open up the little studio and let it air out because the paint happened yesterday and it's pretty strong. But I wanted to come back here and check on our little garden beds, and everything's really thriving. I'm so happy about that. Everything looks nice and perky. Gonna have plenty of bell peppers, so that'll be great. I love bell peppers. And I mean, even if you get them at the store now, a bell pepper here is $1 on sale. So usually they run about $1.50 a piece. So I'm gonna be cheap and I wanna grow my own. I do need to go get another zucchini though, because I feel like I need another one of those. Yeah. And then the tomatoes, I think I need to get like a big, like a beefsteak tomato or something, but oh my gosh, look at my sunflower seeds. Look what they're doing. This is awesome. Opening up, saying hello. Look at the babies. Put those sunflowers here up against this fence, because if they grow that high, that'll be really cool. And then the pool where I get to kind of lay out and take my break every day, listen to a true crime podcast. I'll get to see the sunflowers. But let's go inside and do this, because I bet it smells pretty strong. Whew, yeah, it does. Okay, but here is the update after it was painted. I don't think I got video of it completely painted. I don't think I did, because it was smelling pretty strong. But there we go, all painted, looks good. Today will be flooring day. We insulated so well that I went with a pretty inexpensive underlayment, which is fine. The building's not that big. And then I did get this Traffic Master laminate flooring, which again was also relatively inexpensive. I have to do it frugal. Have to be as frugal as I can with this, because money is always tight, you know. But I love this. It was 99 cents a square foot here in Oregon. And it is the Lakeshore Pecan Stone. And I've used this before. It is one that we put in our living room probably over 10 years ago. And it's held up really well, although it is due to be replaced just because the dogs have not been kind to it, the puppies. And I did go with the gray because the house is getting painted. It is going to be painted a gray and black. And so I thought that would just kind of be a nice flow from the outside of the house. So let's see, this should be right. Well, I guess it is 48 degrees, 60% humidity. I think we're only gonna, I don't know, I think we might be getting to 60 today, but yeah, so after that flooring goes down, then I do have to get to Lowe's. I have to get some of that, the baseboard trim, and then these other little white things, these are the things that are going up around the patio door. Then I gotta get a curtain rod and a curtain, because I'm still gonna hang some curtains here. I've got a project in mind for these little small ones. I don't know exactly if I'm gonna do actual curtains or if I'm going to be making something out of these crochet doilies that I have. So I think that's probably the plan. Good morning. I wanted to give you guys a little update on the studio. Close the door. Okay, so we have made some progress. I've got some things moved in here, so I want to give you a little tour and show you around. And we're probably, I don't think maybe I'm halfway through with getting the things done. You know, I'm not quite sure. Had to take my shoes off. There are lots of things that I still need to get, and it's still a process, so I'm still going to be moving things around, but I do have it into a workable space. And this morning is actually my first work morning here, and I was on the computer, but took about a half hour off to have my little morning coffee talk with my sister. So anyhow, I think I did show you that we got the air conditioner put in, and we obviously are not going to need it today because of the rain. We've got one of those twilight days. But I did get my curtain rod hung yesterday, and it's just a black rod with the balls on the end here. But I found that actually at the Goodwill bins. I think I probably paid just a couple dollars for it. And I ordered these curtains. Curtains are from Amazon. And they are actually 84 inches long. They're the perfect height or length for the patio door here. And they're light blocking, so that's great. And the other number one cool thing about these two is that they're only $15. 15 and some change, so I think it was around $16, but I can link that if anyone's interested. I can vouch for these. They're pretty nice curtains. They're light blocking. They're not necessarily solar blocking as far as the heat or anything, but I have them in my bedroom, which faces east, and it does really help a lot with the sun, but it's good for light blocking if you like to, you know, have the light blocked out. So anyhow, okay, let's go from over here. We moved in with the help of my son. We decided that we needed to have like a little entertainment area. So we moved in my two shelves that I had, and just a couple of things from little decorative things from my spinning wheel accessory collection source. And we wanted to have a little entertainment unit, so we brought our old TV in here. It's a Roku TV, so I mean, it still works fine, but we replaced it because the remote control, it just seems like it takes it a while before it actually changes channels and does what it's supposed to do. On this cool little mid-century modern sewing machine cabinet that I actually got for free on Marketplace. So yeah, sorry, I have to talk about everything that I got at such a good deal or a steal, because I'm just trying to renovate and put everything in here with some that I didn't have to spend a ton of money on. But it has this really cool, now I don't know how this works, but the sewing machine goes in there, and there is actually like this mechanical something that raises it and brings it up. This top unfolds over, but it's weak here, so I decided I'm not going to use it as a sewing cabinet because I have other things, but I'm definitely going to use it for storage. So I'll be storing stuff in here. And then I've got these drawers. The top one's really cool. It still needs to be cleaned out. This one, these I can't get out because my wheel. So I moved two of the wheels in, the little Ashford Kiwi, and I moved my Ashford Country Spinner in. That's the one I love to do art yarns on. And everything that you see on here also came from Goodwill. I found the two matching lights a year or two ago. I thought they were absolutely beautiful, and they're pink, so you can't lose. This came from Goodwill, probably has a sticker. No, the sticker's not on there anymore. My son's a glass blower, so he made this piece for me because it was missing. Goodwill cookie jar, yard sale, Dollar Tree probably. I've got some cedar in here. This I need to get hung up. I'm gonna be picky about before I start hanging items up though. I don't know, I don't wanna start making holes in the walls. So did that, and then we carried over, let's see, the matching light, and then this is my little spinning wheel clock that I got at the Goodwill, and I need to replace this piece here, and then I'm sure it'll work. But I also brought in over my extensive book collection of crochet and knitting and felting and whatnot. So I tried to bring the only ones that were like fiber related out here, but I do have a ton. And I was thinking I'm probably, if anyone's, I think I'm gonna do some videos on them because I've got so many. I've got a ton of books and pamphlets and stuff. Yeah, all these books, heavy. I ended up, my back was hurting after I took those. Brought those out here. I've got my little Ashford Sample-It. I've got my Presto Kromsky, my Kromsky Presto weaving loom, 16-inch, and I found that at the bins. Yeah, it came from the bin. It's a $249 loom, which now I think they run around $260 or so, but I actually found that at the bins, and it has all of the pieces except for one metal bar here. And I was going to do a video on that, and then things happened and I didn't get it done. But yeah, I was so excited. When I was at the Goodwill bins, I was walking around, and I saw someone carrying a shuttle, a weaving shuttle, and I thought, well, that's weird. Where's the rest of it? And then I happened to see a lady with the box, and she was looking at it and kind of looking at the loom like, oh, I don't know, what is this? I don't know what, the deal is with this. And so I thought, oh my gosh, I have to go over there. It's been a dream to get a loom or a spinning wheel from the bins. And so anyhow, I walked over to the lady and just started a conversation with her. And I was like, wow, that's a great find. And she goes, oh, yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about getting it for my granddaughter, but I don't know if she would, if she'd use it or not. And I said, oh, okay. I said, well, if you decide you don't want it, come find me because I'll definitely take it. And she asked me if I was a weaver. And I said, well, I'm an amateur weaver. I said, but I'm a yarn spinner. And, I like to make my own yarn. So, yeah, I would definitely get use if it came home with me. And so she just said, well, here, why don't you take it? So anyways, I paid by weight. So I probably paid less than $10 for it, and I could not be happier. Yesterday, I ordered the metal bracket that I need for it, and I ordered a stand. So those will hopefully come in soon. And then I put it in my mom's little travel bag, which I love. So also took one of my mom's quilts and threw it over a little sofa. This is like a little, the sleeper sofa. It'll fold out. Not that anyone's going to sleep out here, but it'll be a cool place to take a nap. Brought in my grandma chair that I got from Goodwill as well. And it needs to be reupholstered, or it needs new cushions to be reupholstered, but I threw this cool chenille bedspread over it for now. So we'll go with that. Aren't these cool? I love these bedspreads. I need a doormat. Goodwill. Amazon. This little heater works really well for this space. Got the 2 drum carters in on the rolling cart from Harbor. Got my printers and my printer and my label maker. I use this for my address labels. The Dymo Extra 4XL makes 4x6 labels. They're great. I found the other little single one that I use to print just my little single white labels. That works as well. And then I bought this Jaden one. I bought this one last year, I think, because I wanted to print different types of stickers. So in reality, you don't need 3 printers. The Jaden will do it all, but it was kind of a pain to be changing the labels out. And so I had already had that one from years ago. So the one on the bottom, I paid maybe $3 or $4 for at Goodwill. And this one I think was maybe $60 or something, but it's definitely worth it to not have to switch things out. I got my trusty little Alexa because everybody needs to hear a book or a podcast sometime. And my desk setup was done. My son did that for me. So I have my desk with dual monitors, which is awesome if I get to be a bit more techie. And I've got the window, which my windows need to be cleaned, obviously. So, yeah, but we're all set. I think that this chair I like because the arms fold up and it makes a huge difference. But this piece of art down here, with the cat and the spinning wheel, I think that's going to go up here on this wall. I'm not quite sure yet. Oh, what is that? Okay. And my little sheepy, which I keep my little labels on. So anyhow, that is about it for this morning. A little bit of a preview of where we are at. So it's a cool space. I definitely do all my office type work here. And it's going to be super fun to be spinning and catching up on movies and TV. I'll be able to do my drum carting. I have not brought in my tubs of wool yet. That's a whole other story. I've got those coming. I'm going to bring them. I want to reorganize them and repack them, but we are going to put 2 boards here. I mean, a board here and one over here. And that's going to be where I'm going to store that, because I could easily fill up this corner of the wall with those and the shelves that I have it on, but I don't want to do that. I like to have more of a cozy feel. Oh, and I found a sheepskin rug that I purchased, but I need to take it to the dry cleaners and get it cleaned. So when that gets done, then that'll get brought in here. And yeah, I might change the quilt out every now and then. This quilt is special to me. My mom didn't make it, but it is one that she used. And this little studio I've kind of just dedicated to my mom. I lost her in December. And so anyhow, everything that I put in here, everything that I do has kind of a little bit of a meaning attached to it. So, okay, well, I'm gonna let you guys all go. And I will see you next time. I'm going to continue to do some more decorating, but I need to put in a wool order. So I will talk to you later. Bye.